You are listening to the Built to Grow podcast, delivering the knowledge in all things fitness business. We help gym owners win. Here are your hosts, Tim Lyons and Randy Engston.
All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I am your host, Tim Lyons, in studio. As always, co-host Randy, the champion of change, Engston.
Oh, good day, sir.
Good day.
Good day.
We got a Whiskey Wednesday going on.
We do.
We got episode 50.
Yes. Thank you all for
round of applause from everybody.
For allowing us to talk over 50 different episodes.
50 episodes.
50 episodes. And you
kind
guys
of a milestone. You're saying it's a big deal. I'm saying, I'm ready for 150.
You know, I'm there. The thing is, we have to have something people enjoy.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're 50 deep and people are,
still
coming to us.
Commenting. Still.
Yeah, they're liking what we have to say. So
speaking of comments, if you would do us a favor, if you're enjoying these podcasts, would love us, to rate and review, hit the subscribe button on Apple iTunes. Really, iTunes is the leader when it comes to podcasting. So if you're going to leave a review, leave it there. Hopefully it's 5 stars. We appreciate you guys. We love doing this. We found this is we actually enjoy this. This is not work. So it's, and especially when we got the whiskey.
Yeah. And
so
you guys know, obviously that leads to a lot more fun.
Yeah, this is a solid episode. But before I get into what we're talking about today, I really want to remind all those 400K plus gym owners to go and register for the event here we're hosting in Scottsdale, October 18th and 19th. This is a networking event. There'll be some teaching. We got some speakers coming in, but it's to be in the same room as other high-level gym owners, get to meet everybody, help each other to level up, and it's going to be a great event.
Yep.
So you would go over to winninggym.com/Scottsdale, get registered. We're pretty close to full. I think we're going to try to get about 50 there.
Yeah.
We're in the 30s now, so it's a
lot of verbals. A lot of verbals still there. I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great thing. And like you said, it's not your typical event where you show up, you sit in a seat, you learn a couple things, then you go home and you don't do any of it.
No.
This is going to be an opportunity for everybody to lock arms, collaborate, and really, the premise behind networking, actually take from the event, bring some value, bring your own information and things to share with the group. And then as a collective, everybody will walk away, a little bit higher.
We're doing some round tables.
Yep.
We got your breakfast
sessions
provided, your lunch is provided on the second day. We got cocktails are provided. You just got to get here.
Yeah, and we've made it pretty transparent that we're not in. This is not with the intention of us making money.
No, profit. No.
We want to literally have everybody in the room, kind of as one. Everybody's on the same page, and we're gonna really take everybody. A rising tide raises all ships. Yeah,
it's a missing piece to what's out there in the network mastermind arena. We're creating it from scratch, and we're going to do it with your help. So winninggym.com/Scottsdale. Go register. Love to see you guys there. Okay, we got a good one today. We saved this for episode 50 because this is all the rage in the last year and a half plus, maybe 2 years in fitness marketing. Everybody who's in the business has seen this.
Yep.
It's the rise and the fall of the 6-week challenge.
Boom.
And we're going to talk about both sides. And I'm not naming any companies here, but we're going to talk about, generalizations in this. And we've dissected, sliced, and diced this thing as to why it works, why it doesn't work in the long term. And we're going to give you the truth, straight up transparency.
Mm-hmm.
If you're thinking about doing this, listen to this episode. If you've done this in the past, listen to this episode. There's a lot of takeaways from this one, and I really want to just dive right in. This thing took off like a rocket. Now let's it's 2019. I would say 2017-ish, 18-ish, right? It took off. It was out of control.
Exploded. Yeah, without a doubt.
I want to make it very clear. This play is not new. It's been around for 8 to 10 years in several gyms. In fact, there's gyms that this is their whole model that have been around that long. And there's people that have taught it well before that. It just caught on very quickly for a lot of reasons. We're going to talk about it right now. So what is the 6-week challenge? So in a nutshell, what we're talking about the 6-week challenge is it's a free 6-week challenge. You go in and you join the program at whatever gym it is. You pay some fee of money, usually $397 to $697. And if and when you lose 20 pounds, you get your money back.
But typically, or 5%.
Or 5% body fat. So there's some variations to this, but this is what we're talking about. This is the hook, the offer. This is
the unique selling proposition
of the 6-week challenge. Okay. So let's talk about the rise. Okay. The rise of the 6-week challenge was due mostly in part of it being sold to gym very well.
Very well. Yep.
There was companies out there, several of them, that sold the playbook of how to run this play with the assets on how to sell it, how to run the gym, the play in the gym. It was sold very well.
Yeah, it was almost like a playbook. You know what I mean? It was more than just like, hey, here's an idea.
No, it was step by step.
Yeah, it was kind of a step by step. It included the assets, it included scripts, and the whole kind of package.
Yep.
So,
and the companies doing it, selling it, they did a very good job.
Yes.
Props to them. They pushed it out there very well, got it out everywhere, all across the world. So while this isn't new as far as the offer, the companies that came around when this was hot were selling it very well.
Yeah, I mean it reached a tipping point, right? Like if you read is it The Tipping Point, Malcolm Gladwell's book? I mean, it talks about how when things become that must-have item type of thing, Hush Puppies, I think, was the shoes that he used as an example, right? They were available in one tiny little store in Manhattan, and all of a sudden it became, it hit the limelight, and then it became that thing everybody had to have.
There you go.
No different here. It became that one thing that was in the focus, and now it was a must for everybody that saw it.
So the gyms in the market were doing this. Other gyms saw them doing it, found out where they got it from, went to the same companies and got the same play, and it just grew. It was like a virus.
Yep.
Grew and grew and grew. Everybody was doing the 6-week challenge. Okay. So why did the offer generate such a great demand? Not the offer to buy the playbook, but the 6-week challenge to the end consumer. We've got a lot of ideas. Number one, the offer is irresistible.
Yes.
Who doesn't want a free 6-week challenge? It's irresistible on the front end. That's what was being advertised to the consumer. Buy my thing. It's free. It's 6 weeks. We got everything. It's all inclusive.
Yes.
It was an all-inclusive program for 6 weeks, and I don't have to pay anything.
Fitness, nutrition, and accountability.
Yep.
Right
Those
there.
are the three things that made it a well-rounded program. And I'm going to go into this gym, and it's going to be free, and I'm going to lose all this weight.
Correct.
And that's the appeal to the end consumer. Now, it generated a lot of leads.
Huge
Number
numbers.
one, because of the word free. We know from doing this for several years, using the word free will generate leads, period, at a low cost. Okay? And so when the leads came in, the actual cost of the program was, say, $500. It was up to the gym owner to then turn that free lead into a paid lead by presenting the hook, which is, if you lose 20 pounds, it is then free. You
Correct.
can reinvest in the gym or take your money and say thank you for the free weight loss. What that led to was high front-end revenue for the gym.
Yeah.
So they would get 15, 20 appointments in a day. Maybe 10 would show up, and they would close 7, 8, 9. Okay, they're doing
at $499 typically.
Yes, they're doing $3,000 to $5,000 a day, which is mind-boggling to several gym owners who've never been in this position.
Correct.
So some gym owners are making $20,000 a month or 10.
Some of those gyms are doing that kind of revenue in new business over the entire month, and these guys are doing them back to back, day to day.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that was the.
So here's a gym
appeal.
that's making $10,000 a month, let's just say, or even less. I mean, 0 to 50. Let's just call it $5,000 a month,
yeah.
and they're doing it in a day. Appeal was high. The word got out. Now, if you're a gym owner, all of a sudden your life's changed because you're making this big front-end revenue. I want to tell my friends about it.
It's human nature. I've related it in other things. When you have something that you enjoy, you share it like a good book or a movie.
Yes.
It's just natural. Like we talk about the things that we enjoy.
Yep.
You're in the circles. You're talking to other gym owners. You're going to mention what you're doing. It's working.
Correct.
It just happens.
So these gym owners were excited to tell their friends about it. They told their friends who also own gyms, and several of the companies that were selling the play offered incentives, affiliate commissions to resell the program. So they were getting $3,000 or so, just around about. Several of them were doing this, and you would sell it to other gyms, and now you've got a champion for the challenge to go buy it because I'm going to make $3,000. So now got a bunch of little salespeople, very multi-level-esque.
Yeah, as we talked through this, it just dawned on me here, like that was the first kind of connect that I've had to that type of industry. This play hit the fitness market kind of the same way that does, right? Like you had to be in early, get your success in right before everything, did its thing type of.
And again, guys, we're coming from a position of analyzation here. This worked well for many people, and this is why it rose.
Correct.
Okay. Now let's think about it from the consumer coming in as the end user wanting to lose weight. I got a short-term commitment. Okay.
Yeah.
6 weeks, I can do that. 6 weeks. So, it's free. I come in. I can only do this I can do this for 6 weeks. And then when the actual pitch happened, it was $500. It was positioned in a way you're betting on yourself to lose the weight.
Correct.
Who doesn't want to bet on themselves?
That's the only thing I gamble on.
Is
my own skills, my own abilities.
So they're put in a position like, well, yeah, if I lose the weight, I'm going to be 20 pounds lighter, and it's free.
And they didn't spend any money while doing so.
Yep. So they're betting on themselves to do this. So it's very, very low risk to the consumer, and basically it's like, okay, I can do this. And now there's the program. The fact that it is usually would start on a specific date, end on a specific date. They would roll these in groups. You want to be part of the tribe. You want to be in the group. You want to be in the challenge. And it was very hyped up within the gyms, and it was done very well. Energy
breeds energy. We use it in other forms of marketing. We that's how we measure sometimes where we should be spending our attention on getting bodies into the gym.
Yep.
So it did effectively solve that issue for a lot of facilities. Right. Absolutely.
The gyms were packed with these challengers.
Yep.
They were going through at 30, 50, 100 at a pop, going through these gyms. The gyms are fired up. The coaches are engaged. The money's flowing in, and it's a great environment at the gym level. Like, yeah, you got to get in this challenge. They're telling their friends. All this stuff's going on. This is the rise. This is the appeal. This is why it went on. It really, it starts back at the irresistible offer produced to the end consumer.
We've talked about that in numerous. We continue to. We'll always can talk about that. The offer is the biggest piece of weight in anything that you're going to present to your marketplace.
Right.
When you can attach free to it, we know the number of leads are going to explode. Now, to get a little deeper, right? The work that came in to actually convert those people was all in house. So if you had somebody who could sell, if you had somebody, and realistically, the conversations were pretty easy, like we talked about, because these people, all you're doing is positioning it in a way that says, well, come on. You're going to be doing the work, right? You're not going to leave that $500 on the table.
Yep.
You're going to go lose the 20 pounds.
Yep.
You're going to get your money back. And so it wasn't even like a hard sell.
And it was also a
conversation.
It was also positioned as like, hey, we can work with you X amount of time per week. What's going to hold you accountable when you go home and you have a piece of cake on the counter because it's your kid's birthday?
Yeah.
The $500 is, and then they're going to be like, okay, well, that's right. That's why I need to have some skin in the game.
Yeah.
Because what's going to keep me accountable to the program? It's the skin in the game. Positioned very well. I don't know what else to say. It was just good. Okay, so that's the rise. Fast forward now 18, 24 months later, and the thing's crumbled to dust.
Yeah, it's pretty rough right now.
For a lot of gyms. Now, I will say there are gyms that this was always there. Before the rise, this was always their core foundation of what they were known for, and they're still doing well with this. Okay.
We have a handful of gym owners in our network that have probably paid for, bought this program at some point that still run a successful 6-week challenge.
Sure.
It still is capable.
Yep.
but we'll get into some of the reasons why for the masses it might not be the option.
All right. So for many, this thing has done more than destroy their gyms.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, this is the norm. They've destroyed the gym, the culture, and they're left with starting over.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunate as that is, they had all this hype and rise, and now they're in the doldrums of where do I go from here? So let's talk about why it's falling for so many. Number one, if you've listened to any of our podcasts, you know what we stand for is multiple poles in the water. This particular play is a single pole, one play to get clients.
Yeah,
okay?
It's not a marketing strategy. It's a tactic.
It's very good.
One single tactic that you can implement.
Yep. Now, I'm not going to go into names, but let's just talk about some of the advertisements. And being a gym owner, and anybody that listens to this, you may have done this yourself, and maybe you're kicking yourself for doing this. But I saw this happening to me. I was being fed ads from our competitors in our marketing. It's just the actual advertisements were hypey, gimmicky, and actually embarrassing.
In the grand scheme of things, in hindsight being 2020, right? We're all looking back and saying, okay, that was probably not the best decision for the masses to go and, make a goofball out of everyone, to present it to the marketplace.
I felt like it kind of lowered the perception of what personal training is because of this hypey, gimmicky, goofy twerking.
Let's call it what it was. The marketing was exceptional. Like, it appealed to people for that reason. But at the end of the day, the perception that it left as far as personal training as a whole, I mean, the industry kind of took a step back.
It lowered the professionalism.
I agree. And right or wrong, indifferent, I mean, we know that it's not something that you really want to be able to stand on. That's not what you're going to be known for in the long run. But that's
it's
why
hindsight. That's what everybody else was doing, so everybody was doing it.
Because it worked. Because it was working.
It grabbed attention. Okay. You're probably thinking about it now. Again, this is our analyzation, and I feel pretty confident in what we're talking about here. Very, very familiar with all of this, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's dig deeper. So the essential of the offer is a bait and switch. It's very dishonest. I mean, I don't know what else to say. You're telling somebody it's free. They come in, it's free if.
Yeah.
Is it free? Is it not free? It's bait and switch, and it left a bad taste in a lot of clients' mouths, like the consumer.
We need an asterisk on those frees. You know what I mean? It's like the steroids in baseball. It's like, oh, cool. New records, great things, but there's a catch.
Yeah, there's a catch.
But there's a catch.
So on top of it being bait and switch, as it got out into the market, it ended up, ads were being flagged.
Correct.
So bad that the word 6-week challenge was then being flagged automatically and denied by Facebook because of the bad reputation of the challenge. Accounts were banned. Pages were tarnished.
Yeah. For anybody who's doing Facebook marketing, the risk that you take depending on the way you present yourself. If you don't follow guidelines, you can have your pages locked down. You can have your ad accounts shut down. Could you imagine, 100 or let's say, 2, 5, 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers in some successful fitness pages? Done. You don't. There's in working with Facebook to get that stuff reinstated is impossible.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
You have to create a new account.
You're done. You're starting over.
So the bait and switch, it was free, but only if, created bad taste. The ads were being flagged. It's flagged so much that many people were switching from 6 week to the word 42 day. It's still 6 weeks, but it's just now I got to use a different word because this one's already been flagged.
Well, and then you talk about from the rise and the selling point of mass amounts of leads. Selling a free program, take it one step further. A lot of those facilities started to say, oh, well, that's not working, so let me remove free. Let me offer this as just a traditional 6-week challenge, which then changes the entire dynamic. But they had to happen late in the game to play the game that Facebook was playing back, right? And so in the long run, people got caught and then people got stuck. And they're like, how can I make this work? Try to get the same result but not have the same benefit of
as soon as
a
you
free
remove
challenge.
the word free, it
Yeah,
drops.
you watch your lead, your cost per lead skyrocket and the number of leads diminish.
So on top of all of this, it was completely oversold in any given market.
Yes.
Multiple gyms running the same 6-week free challenge against each other. We've talked about this particular point. Now everybody's the same.
Yeah.
Everybody's battling, saying the same thing, the same message to the same audience. What are you then? You're just a copycat of the other guy. Who was first? Who's cheapest? I'm going to go the one close to my house. You offer no unique benefit to going to your facility over the other guy that's also running the same 6-week challenge.
Mm-hmm.
This is the fall. It burns the market out. They're seeing the same damn ad from Gym 1, 2, 5, 7, and 12. And like, what are they supposed to expect? Like, I'm a consumer. I'm looking, I'm out of shape. Oh, this is a challenge. Wait, I would guarantee this would happen. I would guarantee somebody opted in for one gym and ended up walking into another.
Yeah, I guarantee it happened. I mean, we live in Scottsdale. You're now, just outside Scottsdale myself, but very competitive. Tons of gyms. Mm-hmm. I guess we've never really looked into it, but we've heard more gyms per capita than any other city in the nation right now.
Right.
Wouldn't doubt it. How many within? I mean, we're sitting at Pulse Fitness. We're sitting at your facility.
Yep.
In a 15-mile radius.
15 miles?
I mean,
Hundreds.
10 miles. Like, how many facilities do we see running this same exact play?
I can count them. 1, 2, 3, at least 3 or 4.
That are direct competitors of your facility.
They're running against each other.
But here's the thing: it wasn't like somebody gave them a guide to go creating copy and creating this. It was literally
copy,
wash, rinse, repeat, copy and paste, copy. The script for the videos was identical. So the only thing different was the person that was presenting the information. The cost was the same. The hook was the same. Every single bit of it was the same. So like you said, these gyms, from a consumer standpoint, are offering the same exact thing.
Yep.
And you've positioned yourself into competition as opposed to, ideally, marketing should take you out.
Yeah, of competition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it burns the market out. Now, the nuts and bolts of the campaign, it positions the gym versus the client. We're not on the same page anymore. You want to lose weight to get your money back. I don't want you to lose weight because I can keep the money. And now it's like, who's helping who?
Yeah.
Who's helping who? What team are we on? Are we both trying to get you to lose 20 pounds so you take your money and leave? Or am I trying to make it 19 pounds? You still got a great result, and I can maybe keep your money and then whatever. It's just what is this?
Well, in the grand scheme of things, right, gyms know that personal training, this 6-week offer or 6-week challenge is a try before you buy. The reason that we introduce people to our facilities on any short-term program is to expose them to what we have available in hope that they'll convert into a long-term training client.
Right.
That's the whole premise behind these challenges. When you do something like this where in the long run, sure, can that client put that money towards a membership? Absolutely.
Yep.
But when you sit down and you tell the client, oh, it's free when you do this, they're automatically not thinking about continuing.
Right.
I'm thinking about getting my money back.
Right. And that's my next point. It positioned the mindset of the consumer to, I'm going to hit this goal and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm here for 6 weeks and I'm done.
This is the solution, not fitness. 6 weeks is my solution.
Yeah. And we know this is a lifetime.
It's a lifestyle change that leads to lasting results, for sure.
So you get a bunch of people in this, you sell them into this thing. The culture of your entire facility and your gym changes overnight.
Absolutely.
The clients that were there, steadfast clients that were with you, all of a sudden they see your focusing so solely on these new people coming in, all the attention's going to them. They're left, on the sideline.
Yeah, what's in it for me?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Because as a gym owner, I'm pushing over here, and I'm looking at all these new people. I'm so excited to take care of these clients. Sorry, Mrs. Johnson, you've been with me for 4 years, but we're going to be working with these 6-week challengers.
Yeah, it's that, and that's
because I'm making money.
Because it's in your face money. It's the shiny ball syndrome. It's
in your face. So, this is a hard sell. So when you're sitting down with a client and you're telling them, hey, I know you saw it was free, but here's how it works. don't you believe in yourself? Don't you think you can do it? Are you going to show up 3 times a week? What if you don't? What's going to change in your life? Like, what, you've been trying this for 3 years. You need this. Like, there's all this hard selling going on. Again, positioning. Yep. You're not on the same team anymore. Yep. So, yeah. So it brings in a bad consumer. So this is another point. It brings in a bad consumer. And what I mean by bad is that, they're not committed to the long-term gain. They're looking for something for free. Yeah, they came in on the hook of free.
They're looking for a quick fix. I mean, guys, we're in the fitness industry. We see other gimmicks. I'm not calling this a gimmick by any means, but the detox teas on Instagram, the fast overnight instant gratification. We have a obligation. In my opinion, the fitness industry, we need to be creating a different conversation with our clients. We can't be telling them that in 6 weeks your life is going to be done and change and your problem's done. It's not true. It's not sustainable. It's not the way that it's
a great start.
It's a beautiful jump start. It's a kick start. It can be, let's say, all right, 6 weeks later you got a little bit more confidence. You feel better. Maybe, your dress fits a little bit better. Your jeans, all of that is great, but that's not that's not the conversation we should be having with clients. We need to be transparent. We need to have that honest, hard conversation and letting them know, hey guys, in 6 weeks, we're going to do some things that you've never seen happen in your lifetime, maybe, right? Your results are going to be incredible. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to sleep better at night. All of these things are possible, but that's the beginning. That is not the end. It's not going to be us shaking hands at 6 weeks and saying, hey, cool, I'm glad we serviced you for a lifetime.
Yeah, no.
It's just not the case.
Yeah, so the mindset of the consumer is 6 weeks and I'm done. And even if you convert them into a member, 90% are gone in 12 months. So this is a fact. 90% on average are of the 6 week challengers that did the 6 weeks. Maybe they gained, maybe they lost the weight, maybe they didn't. But long story short is they joined as an annual member. Fast forward 1 year, they're gone. Why? I'll tell you why. They weren't in it. They were in it for the 6 weeks. Yeah. They rode a high. Maybe they were hard pitched into joining. In their mind, they were done.
Sure.
They joined because they were happy and they were on a high. They had no intention of continuing.
In my opinion, it all comes back to sales. In 6 weeks, you give somebody exactly what they're looking for, right? The solution to their immediate needs.
Yep.
You got them. They were on cloud 9. You sold them into an annual because now they felt like, hey, this is it. This is where I'm going. But then the next day, that challenge is over.
It's over.
Now it's like we're in the fitness business where when we sell something, we sell the opportunity. We don't sell an end result. That end result comes after the work. And so all of those people who are on cloud 9 now realize tomorrow is a lot more work.
Yeah.
Like, where do I go from here? What are my next results? Oh, now I'm not losing 20 pounds, but I need to go, change. Maybe it's strength training. Maybe it's, body composition. They're not worried about plummeting fat. And so the workouts change.
And the big thing that really happens is they had so much focus and attention put on them over the 6 weeks for a lot of reasons. It was very structured. Number two, the gym wants the sale.
They want to convert. Yeah.
They want to convert that person. So going to pay real close attention. After they convert, things change. They're on to the next 6 week challengers. The gym is, and the client is just left to their own device. It's like, I don't know what you're doing at your gym, but most likely, if you're running this play, you're probably you're putting them in the corner on the sideline with Mrs. Johnson earlier. They've joined. Hey, great, appreciate you. Thanks for the money. I'm focusing on new.
And not to give a little bit of these are things we've heard. You know what I mean? A lot of this isn't just us looking at the 6 week challenge from a 40,000 foot view, guys. We work with a lot of gym owners that have done this. So the feedback that we've gotten, the numbers that we mention, these are results based on the people that we know that have run this. It's not just our take.
No.
You know what I mean?
They're very close to this.
Yes.
Very close to this. And this is going to be the realest podcast that you're going to hear on this topic. Because I know this topic's in several. I mean, I get hit with ads
all the time,
daily. You sent me one the other day. Some guy from London is talking about the 6 week challenge. Whatever. This is the truth. This is the absolute truth. And you're probably listening to this like you're in one of three boats. One, you never heard of it. which is probably very small.
Very rare.
Number 2, you're like, yeah, Tim, you're freaking right, dude. Like, I didn't even know that. So now that, I mean, obviously this is hindsight's 2020. This has to have played out for this to happen. Or you're in the group that this is your play.
Yeah.
You own this. This is your play. And you're like, Tim, you don't know what you're talking about. Cool. Keep running it. I'm just telling you, this is the rise and fall.
And there's anomalies. There's outliers. Like, by no means, if this is working for your facility, run it, guys. That's our biggest recommendation.
Yeah.
Run whatever marketing is working for your facility, as long as it's not ruining your culture and doing the things that we're talking about. If your business is built upon this, and that's there's gyms that this is their legitimate business. Well, and there's nothing wrong with that.
We had a post in our marketing talk with fitness professionals group on Facebook. If you're not in that group, guys, go join that group. Marketing Talk with Fitness Professionals. It's a private Facebook group that we run. This comment was made. This is exactly what this comment was made. Somebody was talking about they run the 6-week challenge. They do it for whatever. They still do big numbers with it. And I go, hey, person, can you just tell me what your retention is 12 months in on these clients? I bet it's 90%. Like cancel.
So
gone.
It's 10%.
So 10% I'm sorry, retention.
Retention, yeah.
I said, and I gave him an example. I said, if you had 100 people sign up last year, fast forward a year, you probably have 10 or less. And he commented right below me, Tim, you're absolutely right. It's exactly what we're at. And then he commented later on, actually, it's actually 85%. Okay, so you had 15 out of 100.
15 stay, yeah.
And I'm going to make a point right here. Yesterday, we had 3 clients walk into my office and told me that they love the gym. They've been there for 10 years. They didn't come in on a challenge, I'll tell you that.
No.
There's no
10 years ago, there was
there's no challenge. There's no challenge clients left in my gym. If I've ran a 6-week challenge, which we have years and years ago, there's 0 left. Mm-hmm. And that's how I know this number's true. It's the wrong play for us. It may be the right play for you. But I'm not in the game of servicing people for 12 months and bailing on them. I'm in the game of servicing those clients that are here 10 years. We have clients still that sign up at our grand opening, paying us $300 a month for 10 years. Thank you.
The name of the podcast is Built to Grow. If you want to be in the sales business, if you legitimately just want front end revenue, you can do this all day long. You can build a whole business around this. Yeah. Wash, rinse, repeat. Every 6 weeks, you got a new clientele to speak to sell and convert. Mm-hmm. But you better have a damn good sales team that is always on top of selling, because the results, other than 6 weeks in, become second nature. Like, your clients are with you for 10 years because today they have a new program. They have something else to work for. Yep. They've got a trainer who understands who they are, what their habits are.
Trainer for life.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I know that I know those people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, these are friends now. These are family members in the grand scheme of things.
I would never have it any other way.
That's the premise behind a successful, sustainable, scalable asset business that can grow upon itself. If you stick to something like this, you can't do it. You can't build upon that layer of foundational members every time. And that's the whole premise behind scaling a gym. And that's really where you guys are going to have your greatest breakthroughs and see the greatest growth. Yep. It's tough if you have to sell every 6 weeks.
Yep. So last but not least, here's what happens. You've burned clients. You've hard pitched them into something. You bait and switched them. Well, guess what they have at their disposal? They've got something called Yelp, Google reviews, Facebook reviews, and they blast your ass.
Here's the thing. They don't even need to do it. All they need to do is sit down in a consultation and hear the pitch, and they have an opinion. Right. Because, guys, it's not the people who take it on and fail that are going to be the ones that bash you. It's going to be the people that sat down thinking that you were giving them a 6-week challenge, finding out that they need to put some skin in the game that they can potentially win back. They're going to be the ones that bash you day one. These aren't even people that have gone through your organization. Yep. All they've done is seen your ad, heard the pitch, and now they have something to say.
It happens. It happened here. We had bad review. We never had a 1-star Yelp review in our 10 years, and we did this play years ago. We got blasted for it. And I'll never do it again. And it's just like these people don't even know what we're about. We
Yeah.
try to run they think this is what we are about, and this is nothing what we're about. And what happens is new potential clients go and read your reviews. Oh, it's a scam. It's bait and switch. It's those guys are liars. But like, no, you don't know us.
And to talk about that, I mean, to elaborate that, the ads themselves. If the second you put up an ad that's positioning this as a free offer, you need somebody on Facebook being a full-time moderator to monitor comments and the things people are saying.
That's not the game we want to play.
No, guys, we're not in the business to hook people into our business. We want to change lives.
Right.
Sell the services that we sell 10 years deep, not a hook.
So this is the real and raw today, episode 50, Whiskey Wednesday.
Yeah.
And if you're on YouTube, you go check out Slimer. Slimer got added to the group today.
Yeah.
Slimer's on the table.
One more thing, because we did skip one.
What is that?
The actual health of the client and the individual.
Good point.
So
is this 6-week all-out blitz even healthy?
Well, I mean, is it unhealthy for an individual who needs to lose 20 pounds of excess body fat to lose 20 pounds of body fat over 6 weeks?
No. This is where it gets funny. You're going to hear a doctor say, "Hey, it's too fast for you to lose the weight," and I would argue it's even more unhealthier to have the weight on you. So get the damn weight off. The problem that arises is you're going to see this. If you're running this, you're going to see the same people lose the weight 6 months later, gain it plus.
The same yo-yo diets that have been around forever.
It's a yo-yo play. They've screwed up their metabolism.
Yeah, I was going to say, now we're in a time where like science is getting really good on things like, hormones, your metabolic damaging, and like all of those risks that we play by these hard, aggressive. I mean, everybody wants to lose as much fat as possible, as fast as possible. Let's be honest. But that's not always the right answer for our client. If stepping on stage and being a fitness competitor was the healthy, the epitome of health, we'd all be positioning people to go do that, but it's not.
It's not truly healthy.
And the long run, if we, again, it goes back to like the integrity and what we as an industry need to be elevating ourselves, guys. It's not just about creating a sale. Create a sale for the right reasons. Do it with integrity. Do it, like I'd have a hard time selling that to the masses, knowing that most of those people don't need to lose, 20 pounds in 6 weeks, that at the end of 6 weeks, they have no clue how to keep that weight off.
Yeah.
Or is there a game plan? Are you as a fitness facility setting these people up with a plan from there, taking into consideration the fact that they just went through that? Or are you plugging them right back into, the corner with the rest of the clients?
On the sideline, doing the regular plan.
It's scary. So
no holds barred. This is the rise and the fall. This is why it works, and this is why it fails. You make the decision on what you want to do. I would tell you that we're not running it here. We'll never run it here because of all of the negativity that comes around something like this. And this is why many gyms are starting from scratch again.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they were sold something, and the long-term repercussions. It's just like a new drug that comes out,
right?
And then the science,
the side effects come into play.
The side effects haven't been proven over time. Like, something like baby powder, all of a sudden causes cancer 20 years later.
Was it,
talcum powder.
Talcum powder.
Yeah, so they're finding like cervical cancer because of the Johnson & Johnson. This is the same thing. All of a sudden, you thought it was great. Yeah, I'm powdering up everything. And all of a sudden.
We live in Arizona, guys.
Now it's causing cancer. And it's like, well, what do you do? So now at least you're more informed.
And that's our position here.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously have our personal beliefs, but you guys are going to make the decision that's right for your business, ultimately. There are perks. There are benefits. Yeah. Front-end revenue, a lot of money, a lot of cash flow influx. But is that the business that you really want to be known for?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough.
It's an easy choice for me. We're a very stable business. I don't need to run anything like this. But for the gyms that are just starting out, here's what I would recommend, guys. I would try to create your own irresistible offer that's different than anybody else's. I would try to stay away from bait and switch.
Let's give them some tactic or some like tangible thoughts there. How about you just kind of look at what you've done here? I know we've talked about it recently, but the irresistible offer, or how you find what works for your facility.
Sure.
Let's give them a little insight there.
Okay, so over time, we've determined that this $350 unlimited training price point is very appealing to our market. Your market's different than ours. Some people responded to me posting this in the Marketing Talk with Fitness Professionals group. I can't believe that $350 is a deal in your, because that would be like priced out of my market.
As we watch Bentleys drive by the window,
it's just it is what it is out here.
It's where we live.
You see a Ferrari. That was that yellow Ferrari.
It's just life, guys.
It is what it is.
It's every demographic's different.
So you're gonna find a price point that sticks in your market. We know this price. We played with price points very, very early on in our business, and we found these guys that women, guys, men, women. They were on this unlimited training plan for $350. And let me define unlimited for everybody that's listening. We offer 2 services here as far as types of training: unlimited boot camp style team training, metabolic conditioning, and then we also offer small group training. In our unlimited package, you get 2 semi-private training sessions, unlimited team training. Technically, it's unlimited training.
Each week?
Every week, every month. $350. We found that that's the most irresistible offer to our market. There's no gimmick. This is what we're offering you. And, if you do want to do unlimited semi-private training, cool, it's $399. That's the only difference. That's our price point. It's been our price point for a long time. The clients that are paying that have been here for 5, 7, 8, 10 years. We found this number by trial and error. It ended up being one of our earliest numbers, and it just held. Okay, so our clients love that offer. So you need to find what's good, what resonates in your market. We would all love for somebody to just walk in off the street. I need help. Fix me. I'll pay what you have.
Sure.
And then you've got the other side of the coin, which is I got to run this 6-week free challenge play and then try to gimmick people into the gym. It's up to you. It's your gym. It's your business. If it were me, which it is, I would say find the thing that you stand for. Run that hard. Call it something
proprietary. Yeah. Make
it your own, and then that's your play, and that's what you run. There's no gimmick. So we offer really 2. Like there's a couple things that we do each year. We always evergreen offers a 14-day kickstart for $89. You get twice a week training, you get unlimited boot camp. It's just like that unlimited thing. We convert it about 85%.
So just to elaborate on that, let's drive that point home. So you've taken the membership that is both appealing for your clients as well as from a business standpoint is still lucrative and allows the lights to stay on.
Yep.
You've condensed it into a trial,
correct?
Format. So same exact offering in the grand scheme of things, but in a short-term duration trial. Mm-hmm. And so you present both the full-term option of a membership at a reasonable rate, which we know people appeals to people, as well as a short-term risk-free being anybody can sign up for 14 days offer. But at the same time, you guys you're selling an apple, or you're positioning an apple, and you're converting into an apple.
Yep.
You're not positioning an orange, and then trying to convert somebody into an apple.
Positioning a 6-week challenge with full attention, all inclusive, and then you convert them into, hey, we'll see you once a week.
Hey, cool, it's great. It's good knowing you, but just go get in line with the rest of everybody else. And that's the biggest thing.
So that's really helped us a lot. So that's that. That's what we run. We run the 350 unlimited. Those are kind of our mainstays. And then we've also got, right now, it's our 10-year anniversary, so we created we'll pay you $10 to come train with us for 10 days. And the way that works for everybody that's listening, somebody comes in, they want the offer, which we're getting leads anywhere from, again, you got to remember our market, $14 to about $25. Okay, still very healthy. You probably listen to this like, oh my God, $20 a lead. I get leads for $3. It's different market.
What's your lifetime value of a client?
Ours, $5-6 grand.
Okay. So would you buy, again, back to numbers, guys, would you buy a $6,000 piece of gold? Would you spend $20 to go get that lead? Yeah. Would you spend $25 to get that lead?
But the same people are going to say, oh, $20 a leads is too high, is also going to say, oh, $350, I can never charge that. So it's
scalable.
Goes both ways. I got to pay higher for leads out here, but I get a higher return. You pay less for leads, you can sell a $99 membership, whatever. So those are the differences. So we have a $10. So the way it works is they come in, they pay us $10. They do the 10 days. They complete the 10 days, which is basically a Kickstart condensed.
Yep.
Then we give them a $20 gift card.
Yep.
They made $10. We got a client. We're starting to convert clients right now. The first one's signed up for $350 unlimited. Boom. The very first one. We got 3 more converting this week. We have another 5 starting this week, so they'll be done in 10 days or whatever. So it's like, fine. It's no problem.
Yeah.
$20 leads all day.
That's how you build a business that's sustainable and scalable and still growing after 10 years. You know,
Sure.
you're not positioning your entire business around the next month, around the next 6 weeks, right? You have multiple poles in the water, like we've discussed, that are sustainable, that aren't something they're proprietary, they're unique. You've called them something new.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're not selling anything that those clients aren't going to expect.
They're going to get the same
6
thing
months
from the
down
trial
the road. Yeah, exactly.
in the membership.
And it's the easiest conversation to have with somebody who really wants to.
There's a couple things we didn't say here that results in the fall. Let's just say somebody hits their goal. They get the $500 and they credit it towards a membership, which is the other option.
Oh,
they
yeah,
can take a refund. Yep. That reduces your EFT per month. So maybe you took the $500 and you threw it right back into marketing. You're gone the money. Money's gone, and now you've got a client, instead of paying $150, they're paying $110. Whatever it is. Now you're servicing the client at $110. Everybody else at $150. Now you get all these different price points. You're not making as much per client. Then that starts to slide. Then credit cards start declining, and people start disappearing. They cancel the credit card. It's a nightmare, guys. I would stay away from this, but do what you want. You listen to the podcast for advice. This is my advice.
This is as raw and real as we could get on something that it couldn't be more prevalent in the fitness industry right now.
I mean, we would be, we wouldn't be doing our job, but we're going to talk about this because it's so relevant. So a lot of you guys know what we're talking about. If you haven't heard of this, open your eyes, I would say. Yeah, it's out there. But so anyways, that's the play. That's the dissection of the rise and fall of the 6-week challenge.
We'd love to hear you guys' input too. Join the marketing group. Let's have the conversation. Let's take this one step further. The entire premise behind the podcast and our marketing group is to continue to give you value in ways that we believe will continue to raise the bar for you guys, continue to move the needle forward. That's why we do what we do here.
Yep.
That's why we do what we do in the marketing group. If you're thinking about running the challenge, let's have the conversation. I mean, we've seen this played out with hundreds of facilities. That's why we have a little bit more insight than your average consumer. But it's ultimately up to them.
As many clients as we're running to that style of program are now coming back.
I've heard some. I mean, I won't repeat them. But as far as the people that I know that have a handful, I mean. More than a handful that have bought the program, run the program, seen the both rise and fall of how it operated within their facility. More, I'd say, overwhelming regret in the grand scheme. Unfortunately,
it's too bad.
Unfortunately, because at the end of the day, we're not selling a long-term solution to fitness. We're not selling the reason that we got into personal training and opening a gym
by running that.
No, this is a hook. It's not. You're not here. You can tell I'm emotional
into
about it. Fitness is passion to me. This is something that we do. It's ingrained in every corner of my life. You guys open a gym to serve people and change lives. This is in my opinion, you're hurting the clients that you're trying to save.
And you're hurting your gym. So, what do you want to do here? So, you want to be in business for a decade, and 10 years from now, then start thinking about how that's going to work for you guys. So a couple other things to note. Just remember, we've got the event coming up on October 18th and 19th. We want you here. We want to grow this thing into a really strong,
solid
group, a tribe, if you will, of people, gym owners that are here for the same reasons, to grow, level up, and do all those great things together. I would tell you the opportunities that arise when you're in the right surroundings are limitless.
Yep.
Limitless, okay? So get out here. If you're thinking about it, if you're right on the cusp, just go ahead and register. There's a questionnaire. Fill it out. We'll reach out to you, whatever. winninggym.com/Scottsdale. Other than that, guys, episode 50 in the books.
Yay!
Whiskey Wednesday, Double Down, and Slimers in the house. So, guys, keep changing lives. Keep doing what's great. Keep building something amazing. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.